When you ask an American why they want to move to France, very often you will hear the response, I want a slower pace of life. But what does that actually mean? Because French people are still busy. France is a developed Western economy. The French people are working, they got jobs, they got kids, they got dishes to wash too.
But something does really feel different here.
It does. We think we finally realized what it was the last time I went back to the US a couple months ago. We realized there is a certain shared structure to time in France that is like a big key.
Yeah, but that's not all. In addition, maybe and more even importantly,
Probably.
the French people have a particular superpower that turns their national structure of time into something more meaningful.
You may not have known this.
This video is about what that is and how you as an American could develop it too.
Hi, I'm Raina.
I'm Jason.
We're Baguette Bound.
We're an American family of 3 living in the southwest countryside of France since 2022. We talk about moving, adjusting, and enjoying life in France.
So recently, when I was in the US, I was trying to make plans with friends on short notice. And I was reminded of something that always felt so hard when we were living in the US, which is it was just really difficult to see friends without weeks of advance notice and scheduling coordination that I feel like could rival the UN summit. I mean, it just feels like everyone is so busy all the time, like all the time.
Sometimes finding an overlap in the days when everyone can be in the same place at the same time is really, really challenging. We realize that part of the reason for this is that the US is on all the time.
All the time.
You can do almost anything, anywhere, at any time of day.
Right. So, you need eggs at 10 p.m.? Sure.
No problem.
You need to get a haircut on Sunday afternoon? No problem.
It's easy.
Yep.
And the convenience of all of these options is amazing. And I'd be lying if I told you that sometimes I didn't miss it a little. But it really does come at a cost because there's no shared rhythms in society in the US.
Right.
It means that everyone can be doing anything at any time. And because of that, it's really hard to figure out when people might be free at the same time.
Yeah.
I think this creates this feeling of everything and everyone being busy, constantly hustling.
And then when you contrast that with France, what we realized is that instead of anyone can be doing anything at any time, everyone's on an individual schedule, France sort of maintains this, it's almost like a national schedule of openings and closings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this varies a little bit from the countryside to big cities, we know. But in general, it's pretty present throughout France. We're talking about these moments in the country when most things stop. And when people are spending their time in the same way at that particular same time of day or week.
Yeah, like those things like the pause from 12 to 2 every day for lunch. People stop and a lot of shops and businesses close up. It's lunchtime. Or the Sundays when most things are closed. So there's a really good chance that you have time for a relaxed meal, going for a leisurely walk during the day, or hanging out and seeing your family.
Nobody can be catching up on things on Sunday.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do. There's also the same time when you'll see the cafes fill with people having apéro before moving on with their evening routine.
Yeah.
And families in France will often have more open evenings during the week compared to the US because if your kid does activities, these are usually on Wednesday mornings and afternoons when they're out of school instead of being strung through, weekday nights. And so every night of the week, people have got different things going on.
Yeah. And, of course, let's not forget my favorite, the 2-week school breaks during the school year, when many groups, businesses, or organizations that aren't at all school related will also choose to take a break.
Yeah.
And, of course, the famous summer grand vacances when most of the country just takes August off.
So, I mean, all of these breaks in the day, the week, the year, they create these very deliberate breaks in the busyness of the days and the weeks and the year. And that gives this shared rhythm to life in France. So while day-to-day life still moves at a modern pace, there's these regularly scheduled moments of respite when everyone can take a breath together. Yeah. And I think that is part of what gives that feeling of a more relaxed or slower pace. It's really these breaks.
Yeah, and these pauses during the days and the breaks during the week and throughout the year would mean absolutely nothing if not for that French superpower.
Oh yeah, because if you give an American a 2-hour lunch, you know what we'll do with it? Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna send invites to my kid's birthday, start a side hustle, go grocery shopping, then at the last minute realize I'm still starving and, go through a drive-through to eat on the way back to the work.
Do you know how many emails I can respond to in 2 hours?
Oh my God.
Goodness.
We just see productivity opportunities.
It's not even the fact that France has these pauses built in that creates this feeling of a slower pace. It's that French superpower to use and value this time break.
Yeah.
And to see it as a valid and essential time to recharge, to connect, to take just a mental break from the hustle of the day or the week.
Oh, totally.
To actually give yourself the ability to be present in the moment without thinking of what's that next thing I could be doing instead.
Because you'll get there.
You will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be happy being in this moment right now. This superpower, it extends outside of all those normal breaks too. You see it every day. Vendors at the market that take all the time they need to serve the customers well. Even if there's a long line forming in the back.
Right.
They just work it.
Yeah. It's like unhurried productivity.
Yeah.
This ability to be present, unhurried, focused on the current moment and what you're doing right now, allowing whatever that is to take the time it needs to take. I think that is what creates this feeling that people call a slower pace of life. It's this French ability to be present, to enjoy the moment and who you're with.
Yeah.
And to do this unburdened by a guilt in the back of your mind that somewhere, somehow, you should actually be doing something else rather than enjoying the moment. I think Americans, or at least I definitely think that this was true for me, equate productivity and personal value with doing things. Yeah. So there's constantly this social and internal pressure to be busy no matter what's actually required of you at that moment.
That internal pressure is hard to shake off,
Yeah.
And I think that's why retired Americans who could be doing things in the US at any pace that they want are still telling us that they want to move to France for this slower pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out there somewhere.
Right.
But I think what Americans are actually feeling when they describe this slower pace is being able to feel that you can relax and actually enjoy your breaks, to take as much time as something needs, because all the other people around you are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's this special combination here in France, having the pause and the shared willingness to actually stop and enjoy that pause together, that creates this feeling of a truly slower pace of life for everyone.
Yeah. So, okay, this is one of the first major adjustments. If you move to France and you're an American, that is probably going to happen when you land.
It's harder than you think.
Yeah, it's harder than you think. You think you're coming for that, and then it's harder than you think. Often I think when Americans find themselves confronted with these deliberate pauses in the day, like let's say you go to the hardware store to buy paint.
I'm looking at you, Brico Marche, always closed.
And it's closed, for lunch. It's often the first instinct to say, oh, well, okay, what can I go get done while I'm waiting for this place to reopen?
And I think it often doesn't even occur to them, you know what? I should just take a break like the French are doing right now. It's not even a break. It's just an unhurried lunch.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole slower pace of life looks like. It's taking time out of your day to actually enjoy the day.
It's the deeper meaning to those closed signs. They have nothing to do with laziness and everything to do with preserving this richness and rhythm of a life shared with other people in France.
So, as an American, the next time you're faced with one of those closed signs,
we've been doing a lot of pointing this video.
When you see one of those closed signs, ask yourself, what would a French person do right now?
Yeah, you get there little by little. Thanks for watching.
A bientôt.